Hello there. Welcome to this second episode of my semi-daily art series. Uh, Today I did a more of a landscape piece. Um, yeah, uh, this time lapse is pretty long. I spent 6 hours on this picture. I put a lot of work into it. Um, yeah, I'm pretty. I like the way it turned out. Um, I just think it looks super cool. If you want to, you can just skip to the end of the video to see how it turned out. Um, but yeah, I learned quite a few different things while doing this. First off, layers, I need to really work on using them properly because in this piece, I really did rough mass and then like sort of refined the edges over time. And yeah, when I refined the edges, everything got super clean, and that just doesn't look natural. So I used the blur effect a lot. But anyways, I don't even think that was my point. I didn't like make those layers invisible once I finished with just doing the rough mass. I didn't erase anything off of them. So eventually, since I did so many layers of that, it just like eventually it became like really, really difficult to ever find the layer I was looking for, the layer which certain things are on. And also with them in the background, it made it so I didn't see what it looked like without them in the background. So like at the very end, I realized the tree that's closest to us is like some of its bark is entirely the background base color that I put down originally, and I just never went back over it and fixed it up. So yeah, that was kind of not great. Um, so definitely use layers more and keep track of which layers are which. Maybe even use barely any layers on a picture like this because, well, this picture has quite a few different elements, but I mean like in purely landscape things without any flying fish or characters or, yeah, just any of that stuff. Maybe I could do the rough masses and then make harder edges and stuff, but just never use any layers. So yeah, I don't have those problems. That's a cool idea. I probably will do that at some point soon. Um, yeah, but I mean, this picture really doesn't have any backstory. I just thinking that the sort of orange balls of goop, that's kind of sort of some sort of spore that's sort of taking over all the trees in this area. And that's like a super giant tree in the distance, if you couldn't tell. I'm not sure if you can tell. But yeah, it's supposed to be super far off in the distance and be absolutely gigantic. So yeah, I don't know if I did the scale for that quite right. I think I need to. I definitely use darker colors in the front, and I used a lot of darkening effects, like using a gradient and then making it less opaque. And then also at one point, I just used the spray paint thing and then made that opaque for the front to make it darker. Um, I think it gave it more depth, but I definitely don't want to be relying on that as much because I'm not planning on only doing digital stuff. I think it was really fun and it kind of gives you more stuff to do, I feel like. Just because it's really obvious what you need to work on when you're doing digital artwork. In real life, when you're doing traditional stuff, it's really difficult to figure out what to do next. And I think that's just lack of experience on my part. Um, oh, I've been talking for 4 minutes already. I didn't realize. Anyways, yeah, I had the idea for the flying fish, so I threw them in there. I think maybe there's a little bit too much stuff going on. I'm not sure. Maybe I could have forgone the character because there's already the spores and the flying fish guys. Uh, yeah, my original idea just had a character sort of staring off at the tree in the distance. Oh yeah, that's another thing. My character, it's really dark compared to everything else around him. So it kind of just looks like, I don't know. It looks weird. I didn't know how to fix it though, because I spent a really long time. I spent like 30 minutes drawing that character alone, where I spent 6 hours on the entire picture. So that's like what, a twelfth? No, that's probably not even right. I don't know. It was quite a lot of time that I spent on that small little character, and I didn't want to erase him. Oh yeah, that is one place though where using small brushes kind of made all the edges really solid and crisp, and that just looks really weird. And so I used blur on him a lot, and I think that makes him blend into the background a little bit too much. Maybe, I don't know. I did the background later and wasn't really thinking about that kind of stuff. But yeah, this was the result of my second semi-daily thing. Oh yeah, one thing I wanted to say is that I definitely think I've improved since my first picture. I definitely think that trying to go for a traditional style in digital is kind of a lot more difficult because, I mean, I'm sure it won't be as difficult once I learn how to do digital at all, but like going for smooth lines and stuff when I'm drawing on this little tiny drawing tablet, and it's all my little tiny shakes are getting amplified a bunch on the screen. As long as I'm not used to that, and as long as I don't have the super good muscle memory to just draw straight, like smooth lines, then I think I shouldn't really go for that line art stuff. Um, yeah, so also one thing for my next one, I'm doing Jazza Studios, and I mean, if you're at my channel, if you've gone down the like rabbit hole of art on YouTube so much to find my channel, then you've obviously seen Jazza, Draw with Jazza. But yeah, he has a contest going on right now for wizard outfits, sponsored by some iPhone game. I'm gonna do. They also have their own thing. They also have their own like what is it called, contest. So Draw with Jazza is doing one, and then also they're doing one. I'm gonna enter both, and I'll post whatever I make for them on here. So for the next like 4 days, I'm gonna be working on the one for Jazza Studios, and then I'm gonna spend one day doing sort of like little cartoony characters for the game, the game's challenge itself. You know. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to making a character design. Not sure. I haven't decided if I'm gonna do digital or traditional yet. Um, uh, yeah, I guess you'll find out when the video comes out. Um, oh crap! I just was about to say something. Oh yeah, right. This is at 2,000 times speed, which is I've heard like speed painting and like uh, concept art people say that they put their videos at 2,000 times speed, and their videos are usually like 20 minutes. So their like crazy stuff is done in only, well, five. It's really big. It's really a lot amplified, but it doesn't take that much longer to make that kind of insane artwork. And I just can't wait till I'm able to do that kind of thing. You know, if I can't wait till I'm able to spend 6 hours and make something insane. You know, because I think it looks good, but I definitely don't think it's anything all that impressive. Um, I do think it's good for my second digital piece, though. I think it's pretty good. I use the paintbrush a lot because I couldn't figure out how to use anything else and make it look not super vectory. Is that the word? Um, yeah. I might also try out Illustrator because I have that on my computer. I just have never ever used it and have no clue how to use it. I've, I mean, I've been wanting to get into art for a really long time. You know, I've watched all those videos that are like how to get better at art and stuff, and like how to do better sketches and things like that. And also, I got this drawing tablet a while ago, and I've like drawn 2 pictures with it up until now, and both of them took me like 10 minutes. Didn't even try on them. So, you know, I had downloaded Krita. I watched a bunch of tutorials for it, so I know kind of how to use it. I know vaguely how to use it, I should say. Um, but yeah, I'll try out Illustrator because I've heard it uses a different type of. It doesn't use pixels. It uses like uh, arcs and stuff, like mathematical algorithms to figure out what your lines look like, and I think that would be cool to try out at some point. But yeah, I don't have anything else to say really. There's like 5 more minutes in this video, so if you feel like watching it, go ahead. If you don't, you just want to skip to the end and see what I made, it's also totally fine. I don't know. For me, it's really cool to watch this video because it's like I remember doing all this stuff and it took me so long, and I'm able to like watch the entire process in like a little tiny snippet. And I just realized that's kind of like a good analogy for this whole channel, because eventually, hopefully, I'm gonna be decent at art. You know, eventually I will be able to make those crazy things in 6 hours, in 6 days or whatever. Oh yeah, this took me 6 hours. I did 2 hours on one of the days because I was really procrastinating on schoolwork. But anyways, so yeah, in 6 hours I'm gonna be able to make insane stuff, and people will be able to like, if anybody watches these videos at any point, they'll be able to like come back to now and see what I made in like a really quick snippet, and then click through, find all the benchmarks. I'll probably make a benchmarks playlist at some point. But yeah, you'll be able to see how this all happened. I'm really excited for that. It's gonna take a lot of time and effort though. But honestly, this has been the best part of my day so far, that I've been doing this. Even when I was making that motorcycler guy, that was terrible. But yeah, this has been the highlight of my day, and I can't wait to keep like going on and making stuff. Anyways, thank you for watching. In a few days, I'll come out with that wizard outfit video. Yeah, I have a few ideas for the design, but yeah, I don't want to give anything away. Thanks for watching though, and bye.